think that means we're live. Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. What's happening? So, no, seriously, like, what's happening? I'm gonna turn on one of these lights so that we can get a little more electrical as we progress with this podcast. Let's see if I remember how to do this from last week. I'm only gonna put on one of them instead of both of them, because... But anyway, what's up? Yeah, I saw Venom. Sorry for the header, but no, it was actually fairly decent. It wasn't great. I don't know if it was bad, though. I didn't think it was bad. Let's see. Let's pop on this guy. Does that do it? Oh, wow. It doesn't want to turn on. Huh. I think my air conditioner went on, though. That's not cool, because it's like 9 degrees outside. And for those of you who don't speak centigrade, that means really effing cold. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, my lights don't want to work. Stop it. Okay, it's just that one. For some reason, this one doesn't want to work. Okay, so it's being silly. Oh, it's not plugged in. Okay, I see how I did it. Okay, anyway, guys, so what's up? Let's see. Now, I saw the Venom, and again, no spoilers. I know I have it posted there, but yeah, please no spoilers, because... But I just got back from it today. You know, it was pretty good. You know, it wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination, and yes, I'd rather it go back to Marvel. But for now, it's in Sony, and it's going to stay for a while. And I mean, what do you call it? Something that's kind of important to understand, too, is we kind of need to get used to it. Regardless of what happened in the movie, what's his face? Not Tobey Maguire. What the hell's the kid's name who's playing Spider-Man right now? Somebody help me out. But that kid, he signed on for a total of 6 movies with Sony. What's up, Dick? He's signed on for 6 movies for Sony. Or for Sony, you know, the whole thing. And only 5 of them, thank you, Cryptid, Tom Holland. You get the no prize. Only 5 of them are during the Marvel deal. So I want you to think of what that means. Sony can't use Tom Holland at all. At all. They're paying for him. They're doing all that stuff. But he's he belongs to Sony, but he's basically owned by Marvel. Sony can't do anything with him for 5 movies. But they've got him for 6. Which means once that 5th movie is finished, which should be Spider-Man Homecoming Part 2, Far From Home, I think it's called. What do you think they're going to do over at Sony? They're not going to renew that deal. If they do, cool. And it would be smart of them to. But what has Sony done that's intelligent in any way, shape, or form? Nothing. Nothing. So I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. These knuckleheads over at Sony, more specifically Avi Arad, what he's going to do is he's going to say, okay, let's get Venom established. You saw, I don't know if it's a huge spoiler, but I'm going to put my hand up for the after credit scene, and I'm going to put it down, and I'm not going to say anything else about it. But we already see that Carnage is going to be around probably in the next movie. Okay. So... if that's going to be the case, dude, they're rushing everything. They're going to try and get the Sinister Six movie that they've been wanting to get done for a while. All of this being pushed heavily by Avi Arad. They're going to try and get another movie out and really, another Venom movie out and, cram that in there. They're going to do everything they can to get as many of the characters established, as much of the universe established as possible. Because that 6th movie that they own Tom Holland for, even if he says, I refuse to do a 7th one, that 6th movie, he completely belongs to Sony, and they could do whatever they want with him, including have him go into a Spider-Man versus everybody movie. So Venom and Carnage and whoever else they own, the Silver Sable and the Black Cat and Vulture and Rhino and whoever, what I'm saying? All of them, they're all going to come running in, and he's going to have to wind up fighting them all. That's what's going to wind up happening, and they're expecting, this is going to be the biggest blockbuster movie ever, and then maybe they'll sell the property back to Marvel. But who knows? Yeah, they're gonna make a huge mess of this. They're gonna make a huge mess of it. But as it stands, the movie wasn't bad. I'm gonna do a spoiler review. Maybe I'll do it after this, after the podcast. But it wasn't great. Anyway, so let's say hi to everybody who's in the chat. Let's see. We got Mr. Pick. I already saw your message before you retracted it, son. It was about Spider-Man. You know, hey man, everybody said the Spider-Man movie was bad until they saw it. Now everybody's saying it's good. Well, sorry. And then Sean Sadrai trying to propagate the movie. So about, hey Bill, did you see Venom? It was bad. Well, I'm going to disagree with both of you. Yeto, what's going on? Dick Fillmore, sup? Cryptid, how's it going? Paula, yo. Sean, Bill, did you hear that Champions will be like Legion of Superheroes? Oh God, I hope not. Yes, I did. I saw Jim Zub's announcement. Sean Sadrai, did Venom and Eddie make out? I heard they did. Well, they kind of made out with Michelle Williams, which, you know, it was consensual. And I'm just saying, if Michelle Williams wanted to, I'm not gonna go into that. My wife's still awake. But anyway, Michelle Williams is gorgeous. Oh my God, she's a gorgeous woman. And I think I'm more attracted to the fact that she's such an amazing actor. But yeah, she's kind of gorgeous also. Okay, so Yeto liked it. Cryptid said it was a C+ at best. C+ is passing. Scarlet Pimpernel. You know what, Dick? I was actually thinking one of these days I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch a Scarlet Pimpernel movie. I'm going to find out which one's the best one. I'm going to sit down and watch it, and then I'm just going to talk about the movie. You know, like as if I were reviewing it straight out the theater, because that actually sounds like a good idea. Let's see. Cryptid. Oh, yeah. You reminded me it was Tom Holland. Let's see, Bill, did you see Power Man will join Champions? Why is Luke Cage going to join the Champions? For crying out loud. White Dog, what's going on, man? Mr. PC, so Venom made bank. Why does it feel that Sony is going to take the right? So Venom made bank. Why do I feel that Sony is going to take the rights from Disney? Oh, I'm almost positive it will. You see, that's... What the heck is her name? The girl that, the woman who Kevin Feige worked for. I can't remember her name right now, but she's one of the people who's hugely in charge of the movieverse over in Sony. She was, if you guys remember, she was sitting down having that conversation with Kevin Feige. She was, and she was being interviewed. And she said at one point that Venom is going to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And everybody pointed out, you see Kevin Feige, he's just like, he's trying to think of a nice way to say, no, he ain't. But later on, she went and was like, okay, yeah, no, we have no plans for him to be part of the Venom universe. She tried to take complete ownership over it. The fact of the matter is, she's a failure as a deliverer of great movies. She's an absolute failure. You know what I'm saying? She's not able to make the comic book movie. I don't know what else she's able to do, but she's so stuck in her ways. It's painful to watch. And we know from the leaked emails, we know how angry she gets. At one point, Kevin Feige suggested, hey, let us do so. He actually suggested the deal that they've currently accepted. And this was before the leaks, and it was revealed in emails afterwards that she got so angry at him for saying that she threw the other half of she was eating a sandwich, and it was like cut in half, and she threw the other half of the sandwich at him. How emotionally immature, how emotionally stunted do you have to be to throw a sandwich at someone? I mean, maybe if it was like a nasty sandwich, that's one thing. But like, what if it was a nice pastrami on rye with some Swiss on there? I'm just saying, it might have been a nice corned beef with, you know, like an open-faced Reuben. What if she threw half an open-faced Reuben at him? Like, this is a woman. She deserves to be arrested. Like, that kind of a waste of food? That's unacceptable. And man, how did I just eat and I'm still hungry? Anyway, like, it could have been a really good sandwich. Can you tell I'm from Jersey and I like diners? That could have been a banging sandwich, and she threw it at him. Unbelievable. Anyway, when she was doing that interview with Feige and she went off, what she said was she actually started going off script, and I believe that she was saying something that was true based on their plans. Oh yeah, right now, like it's our intent that he's going to be that all of it is going to be a part of a singular universe, and blah 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 blah. Once they get the rights back once the deal is finished, the signed contract deal is finished, and they've got that one more movie with Tom Holland. In the end, they can't say, oh yeah, hey, you were just fighting with the Avengers and stuff like that. But there are words that they can say. You did notice that even though kryptonite is technically a word that belongs in many ways to the DC universe, they said kryptonite in there. Granted, yes, kryptonite is a part of the periodic table and all that stuff, but really think about that. They went out of their way to use a term, all right? And what else did they do? Spoiler, I guess, Stan Lee is in the movie. It's a very quick thing, and it was a very cool moment. It was, of course, it was Stan Lee, but Stan Lee was in the movie towards the end, all right? And he did his typical, hey, who was that guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, they did one of those things where it's like, oh, wow. So it really looks like it's a part of the Marvel Universe. Once they have the rights to Tom Holland back, they are going to make the costume, if they can't use the exact costume, they're going to make it look exactly like that costume. You know what I'm saying? They're going to, like a little, oh no, this one has a stray thread. Like, they're going to do something stupid. They're going to come really close to getting a lawsuit slapped on them. They might actually get a lawsuit slapped. Disney might decide to just slap a full-on lawsuit on them. Who knows? But the idea is they're going to come really damn close to saying all these different things, like, they may not be able to say, oh, you were fighting against, Thor, but they could say the word Thor because, let's be realistic, Norse mythology. They can say Thor, God of Thunder, Asgard. They can use all those terms. Captain America. Captain America was technically in one of the earlier movies. It's like they could say something to the effect of, hey man, weren't you just fighting your old gym coach, or that guy that we saw on the screens, in the gym class? Like, they can go on to say whatever. They can say, hey, weren't you just teamed up with Steel Man? That's not his name. His name is really, and then all of a sudden he gets interrupted. Like, they're going to come really close as possible to make it look like that is all one combined universe. Like, that's for me, that's such an obvious rub. Zero doubt about that in my mind. Let's see, who else is in here? 27 T-Mangs, what's going on, dude? Dylan Anthony, yo. Okay, let's see if I could do this without everything completely. Nope, everything's gone. Okay, here we go. Bill, we need Stingray, 10 things. You know what? You're right. Oh, Dick Summer, you just saw it. B-. Okay, well, that's cool. B- is a good grade. And C+, it's like right there, right? She looked as good as Marilyn Monroe. Ooh, I don't know about all that, Dick, but yeah. Oh, shoot, I actually did miss a whole bunch of things up here, including people. Who did I miss? Stephanie Crespo, hello. Joe Fisher, what's up? Corey Irwin, yo. You could go as Alan Moore for Halloween. Ooh. See, I was thinking of doing Thor, but, like with my natural hair color. I'm not going yellow. But, yeah, I could technically go as Alan Moore. I cut my beard down. It used to be down to here, but I'm just... I guess I could, though. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll just go with Swamp Thing. They've been making him look like Swamp Thing as of late, so why not? What's up, Raven? How you doing? Cryptid, I just want Joaquin to finally get a code name in Champions. Yeah, well, he's got to actually go back to the Champions. I know, like, what's he doing as of late? Dang. We just saw also in January, Zub is bringing back Red Locust too. So that's cool. I liked her. She's kind of like Leapfrog, isn't she? Yeah, anybody remember Leapfrog? So what else we got? Calloy's Comics, what's going on, man? And okay, so down here, C's get degrees. Stephanie is right. C's do technically get degrees. I remember one of my funniest... Kathleen Kennedy. Yes, Paula. P.A. Stewart. Yes, is Kathleen Kennedy. That's the lady who I was talking about earlier. I appreciate. But yeah, when I saw the movie Armageddon, I remember that one moment where, like, well, our top scientist says such and such and such. Well, I've met your top scientist, and I don't enjoy the idea of listening to a man who got all C's in his grades. It's like, ooh, man, that hurt. Actually, was that Armageddon or was that Deep Impact? It was one of those two. Remember those two movies both came out at about the same time. So, and they're the same thing. So, yes, C's do technically get degrees. How painful is that? Let's see. I'm getting ready to go to, well, not getting ready. It's not going to be until like about next year. So I'll take my LSATs. But I'm planning on going to, oh, yes, Dick Fillmore was Amy Pascal. No, you're right. It was Amy. Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy's in charge of the Sony pictures. Okay, my mistake. See, now I'm just getting women mixed up with each other. That's not right. William Dublin, whoever else is going to add to that, yes, 100%. Kathleen Kennedy is behind Star Wars. I don't have a problem with what Kathleen Kennedy is doing. Sorry, guy. I know there's a lot of discrepancy there. What? But she's... Okay, but I don't have a problem with it. However, Amy Pascal, thank you, Dick, 100% yes. I don't think that she has any clue as to what she's doing for the most part. She's just so stuck in her ways, and nothing advances in that regard. Okay, so what happened? Anyway, yeah, I'm bothered by the whole C's thing because apparently you can't get by in C's or with C's in law school. So I'm okay with that. Whatever, dude. I'm pretty sure I'll be just fine. But True Fan Forum, hey, what's going on, dude? So, Sean, Bill, who's your favorite member of Winter Guard? Oh, it's got to be, what's his name? Ursa Major. I think that's for everybody, right? But I did like when Crimson Dynamo was a part of there. Yeto loves Dark Star. She's cool. You got to bring some mutant action in there. Steve Waterman, what's up? Let's go back up here. Dick Fillmore, welcome everyone new and old in the chat. Yes! You're so accommodating. So William Dublin, hey Professor, are you with the Starfire and Titans? Because I'm not really. No, I'm not. I'm not. Even when she changed, like I mentioned, she's wearing, hooker's clothes because she was posing as a hooker, But I liked it when she went full. They spent a couple moments where she went full Fire Force, and it looked good. It really did look good. But all the other times, even if she changes her clothes and whatnot, I don't like that she's not orange, and that hair is just unacceptable. That hair is so unacceptable. So yeah, there's that. and even Beast Boy, man. Like if Beast Boy's out living on his own and doing stuff like that, he's a wild child. Here's a question. Why? If it's just his hair is green, he looks like anybody else. He could pose and be somebody's family member. He could do whatever. But no, he's got regular human being skin, but green hair. Why isn't his skin green, dude? I'm really bothered by that. Joe Fisher, Professor Bill, what do you think of Dave Bautista wants to join James Gunn's Suicide Squad 2? I think he would make a freaking awesome Killer Croc. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think. He's not necessarily tall enough to make a tall Waylon Jennings, but he could pull it off. I mean, for crying out loud, they can make tall Tom Cruise look like he's average height. Sorry, Tom Cruise, I love you, you're awesome, but I'm being honest here. They could make Dave Bautista look a lot bigger, put him on stilts, And yeah, I love that James Gunn is going to be able to go over there and do that. Dude, redemption is like when you apologize for something, and it's been a long time, when it's been like a decade and things like that. Here's something that's interesting, something from the Venom movie. One of the little things that bothered me. When Eddie thought that he was dying in the back seat and that he was going to die, and Michelle Williams was driving, Anne Weying, she thought that, he thought that he was dying. He was just, the Venom symbiote was like, this is the Venom movie, the Venom symbiote, all right? When the symbiote thought that, said, you're probably going to die, why don't you, say, apologize to her now? When he apologized, listen to what he said. I'm sorry for anything I've ever done to you. F that. The one specific thing you did that caused her to break up with you. You broke into her files. Like that, you broke into her email and went into personal, private files. That was not expert investigative reporting. That was you being a douche, dude. You were an epic fail of a fiance. You sucked. You potentially wrecked her career. Unbelievable, man. Like, that was such a betrayal of trust. You don't apologize for anything that you've done. You apologize for that. And then say anything else that I may have forgotten and didn't realize what a jerk I was. Because if I was willing to do that to you, I'm positive I did even worse. You start naming names. You don't just apologize in general. That was a fail. That never should have been accepted. Like, I know a lot of people specifically on the right side of things, they're of the opinion, oh, don't bother apologizing because it doesn't work. The problem is that too many apologies are insincere. The James Gunn apology was very sincere. It's like, guys, that's the stuff that used to sell back then, but at the same time, it was still inexcusable. Actually, it wasn't. It was excusable back then because he didn't get arrested for it. He didn't commit some kind of a crime. It wasn't considered a crime. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can get punched in the face for saying F you to somebody's kid, but it's not a crime. The person who's going to go to jail is actually the jerk who punched the guy. Hey, nobody should say F you to a kid, but you say, let's go, kiddo. That's an adult word, and he's a bad person. Let's keep walking. You don't turn around and punch somebody in their face. Not even for that. That's not the way that our society is built. And there are plenty of other societies that you could go to if you feel differently. That's just the way that it works here. And it's you not fitting in if you feel the need. No, I'm definitely punching somebody in the face. Bye, because you're going to be in jail or you're going to go someplace else. But you are not going. You don't fit in society. So likewise, you don't just give a fake apology and think that it's okay. No. You make a sincere apology. It's not just in how you sound, it's what you say. So you don't just, oh, I'm sorry for everything that I did before. I don't accept that apology. You see, it's not worth No, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy, brah. When you apologize, make an actual apology. He did not make a proper apology, Eddie Brock, in the movie. But what's his name? Sam Gunn. James Gunn did. He made an apology for something that he technically shouldn't have really had to apologize for. The guy who outed him has done so much worse and continues to do so much worse today. Disney shouldn't have fired him, but they made the mistake of firing him, and they decided to stick with their, bad pun that was unintended, guns. They decided to stick with their guns, singular N. But he apologized, you know what I'm saying? So now he's being brought over to DC. DC wouldn't have hired him if he were toxic. Warner Brothers would never have hired him if he were actually toxic. So they brought him over. He's going to do Suicide Squad Part 2. It's going to be a reboot. And you know what? It's going to be big. It's going to be awesome because he gets superheroes. He's going to kick some butt. He's going to take some names. And man, Disney is going to be upset because guess what? Now they've got a solid director over there. They got Scorsese over there. Patty Jenkins. We're going to see if lightning strikes twice, man. We're going to see if lightning strikes twice. But like even Joss Whedon didn't do such a great job over there. And when you think about it in retrospect, he didn't do such a great job on Avengers 2, did he? But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But they got James Gunn now, man. That's like, you got an extra gun in your holster. Okay, I'm done with the freaking analogies. I'm done with the stupid puns. Okay. Sean, go as Swamp Thing. Also, Bill, how do you think this version of Hulk really is, him being alive even though he's in pieces? Oh, no, I'm okay with that. That makes sense. Alive, yes. Hey, didn't they do in the Ultimate Universe with Wolverine? True fan forum, good to hear Red Locust is coming back. I liked her. I was wondering what happened to her. She went goodbye for a little while. Our sarcasm, yes. New podcast camera. No, same camera, but different podcast camera angle. Yes. And I also got 2 lights over here. I only got one of them plugged in, though. I could plug the other one in, but it doesn't. It just makes it too bright, and it makes it kind of grainy. Anyway, yeah, I put the camera up top of my computer instead of down here underneath it. So that was last week. I started doing that. The movie you mentioned was Armageddon, True Fan Forum. Okay, it wasn't Armageddon that happened. Okay. Bill, something about Namor being sexy? What's going on here? Bill, do you think Namor is sexy? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. What do we got over here? I got Namor over here somewhere. There he is. Oh, where's his trident? It's disappeared. There it is. Okay, so let's see what we got here. He says, "Ah, yes, I am here to avenge the 7 C's of the Avenging Sun, and with my little ankle winglet things, and my superhero power is I can run around in my underwear only." Hey, you know how like in the New 52 they started getting rid of the trunks, the underwear for Superman and Batman and a bunch of the characters like that? What if they got rid of his trunks? He would literally be the naked. He would be the streaking sun. Forget about the avenging sun. He would be the streaking sun. Hashtag streaking sun. What do we got here? Zounder Strike. What's going on, dude? Zounder Striker. 6 more days till Halloween. Silver Shamrock. I don't know what Silver Shamrock is, but I was really thinking about going as Beta Ray Bill. I'm probably not going to go as Beta Ray Bill because that would be too hard to put that costume together, but man, I would love to do that. I'd love to go as Beta Ray Thor. Dodora 73, I bought Rainbow Bright 2, man. I'm 45 years old. Yeah, I'm 43. And you know, honestly, like I know somebody went and posted, like, you go back and you look at some of those comments. First off, one guy went and called me a cootie. I deleted his ass in a heartbeat. Cootie is apparently in the Urban Dictionary means a pussy. Okay, sure. And somebody else, I left it up there just because I thought that he was cute. He's like, "Oh yeah, I almost bought this, but then I forgot that I'm a man." You forget that you're a male sometimes? I have never once, like, I've been hit in the head really hard. I've been knocked unconscious, like choked out by a sensei. What do you call it? No, actually another guy too choked me up, but I was able to like get out of it and like reverse and put him out of a 3rd-story window. He didn't fall, I was holding him, but like I put his face out the window and, you know, I was like, "Oh!" Yeah. Anyway, that was in Asbury High School. That was fun. What do you call it? But no, I've had some head trauma before, but in my life I've never once forgotten that I'm a male. So I left that there because I thought, that's cute. That's cute. Anyway, Dick Fillmore likes Dark Star. Winter Guard will be in Avengers number 700. Oh, okay. Let's see what Mr. Aaron does with that. Raven, Starfire's dress was purple. It was glittery, too. Dick Summer. Hey, Professor, you going to do anything with this Walking Dead Day situation we have on our hands? Maybe an unbagging? Oh, that's today, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't go to the comic book store. Wife was working, and I took the kids out to the park for about an hour and a half. Then my son got something in his eye, and I was like, fine, let's go back inside. By the time we got back outside, it came out. I'm like, well, I'm not going back outside again. So, but yeah, that's all we did. We just hung out, we played and chilled and stuff like that. So, let's see. Why did Starfire break the dude's neck? He was done. I heard somewhere Beast Boy will become green at the end of the series. I hope so, William Dublin. And yeah, there was no reason for her. She took delight in people's deaths. When she burnt those 3 guys, she looked and she was like, hey, what is this Pillsbury Doughboy laugh that you're doing? What is that? Cryptid, Batista can make a great Bane or Solomon Grundy. You know who I think would make a good Solomon Grundy, believe it or not, would be, if we're talking wrestlers, what's his name? Either Big Show, because he's freaking huge, or even, who's that one Indian guy, the Punjabi deathmatch guy? You know who I'm talking about. Kali, the great Kali, right? Because he doesn't really have to say nothing. All he has to do is, you know, Solomon Grundy, born on Monday. Like, that's all he's really got to do. Like, he can totally do that. Just dress him up. And he's got horrible knees. Solomon Grundy doesn't exactly jump and climb around and stuff like that. So, totally put him in the position, man. I would be down to see that. Raven, technically she was wearing more than she does in the comics. Starfire, no, you're right, Raven. She kind of was. She was wearing a dress instead of a thong. Like, whenever I see her in the movies, like, the thong song comes on in my head. I try to turn it down, but the volume just keeps going up. I don't see Batista as Bane. Yeah, as far as Bane, Bane is a pretty big dude. You know what? Let's see if we... you know what? Physically, what's his face would be good as Bane. You know who I'm thinking of. UFC champion for a while. What the frick's his name? Come on. The Beast, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar would physically make a great Bane, but he would, like, I just can't hear his voice. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a big, and I'm serious when I say this. I need a Latino guy to play Bane. Tom Hardy was cute and all that stuff, but let's actually get a Latino guy who can put on the actual Lucha Libre mask and just have him, talking. Just have, like this. There's got to be a big. You tell me there's nobody big from the South America region? Come on, dude. There's no way. There's no way. I want a big dude who's got a good, solid Latino accent, and just boom, have him go in there and just, oh, you have I had a teddy bear named. I'd say I'm still doing the Tom Hardy voice, but you get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what do we got here? He never really had a role. Oh, Bill, you think Morbius movie will happen? Yes, I think it will happen. How would you design the CGI Carnage? Corey Irwin. I don't know. He never struck me as elegant or articulate speaker. Agreed, Yeto. How would I do the CGI Carnage? I don't do CGI. I don't know how I would do it. Never really had a role where he was an elegant speaker. Perhaps he has potential we've never seen. Okay, Yeto. Okay, you guys are just talking to each other, so enjoy. Okay, 7 Days at Sea. Digging that name. What's going on, dude? Osiris. How do you get a homophobic out of his Iceman review? Osiris. How did you get homophobic out of his Iceman review? Wait. Oh, so this guy said named Osiris around here someplace? Oh, I see. It jumped. Okay, there we go. Osiris. Watched your Iceman #2 review and had to unsub. Osiris, with all due respect, brother, I've never seen you sub. So I think that you're a flat-out liar to begin with. I've never seen you before. It's always funny how people come up and say things like that. Hey, man, I unsubbed because you did something. I've never seen you speak before. I get messages when people sub, and I have a great memory. So maybe you did sub and you wind up getting past me, but not with a cool name like that. I doubt it. Anyway, either way, sure. Watched your Iceman 2 review and had to unsub. I'm sad to see you joined Comicsgate. When did you become homophobic, Bill? Not homophobic. You sound just like them in Iceman #2 review. Really, I'm disappointed that comic needs support. Well, here's the thing. I am, and this is all relevant, I am 6'5", okay? 6 years in the Army, but before even that, when I was 8 years old, I started in the martial arts. I've got a 3rd degree black belt in Togokoro Ninjutsu Ryu. I've got a 1st degree in Bushido-kai, a 1st degree in Shotokan, and ranking enough that I was able to teach in U.S. Black Cat Kempo. And that was under a very famous guy. We were on cable TV for a while, Channel 36 back in Jersey. So why do I say all this stuff? I've always been a really tough SOB. I know it's weird to say that, right? It's like, oh yeah, you're really tough. No, I'm actually a really tough guy. What does that translate to? I have never in my life been bullied. Never once in my life. So you think I'm going to let some dweeb jackass on typing a couple little things to me bully me? Bud, I know what bullying looks like. I know that I'm not homophobic. Nobody else thinks that I'm homophobic. Nobody. I don't even think that you think that I'm homophobic. Yeah, this message is to you, Dingleberry. At the end of the day, there was nothing homophobic about that whatsoever. I have multiple times said that I wish that there were a fully gay comic book character. I'm totally okay with Iceman, both versions, adult and junior, being gay. I'm totally happy with them being gay, and I think that they should, in many ways, go more gay in that regards, such as not necessarily putting on, I said all this stuff in that review, and when I reviewed the other one. I said the comic book is not for me because I am not gay, but I do believe that there should be a gay comic book, a comic book specifically for the LGBTQ community, because they deserve it. They deserve it. That's that. I said that I didn't like the idea that he was complicit with a murder. That's what I said. That's all I said. And now you're going to, what, try and bully me? That's like somebody, and I've seen this before too, when somebody turns around and says, oh, I don't like what Israel is doing. And somebody what Israel is doing to the Palestinians. Hey, I don't like what Israel is doing to the Palestinians. It's unacceptable and it's inhumane and they're guilty of war crimes. And now, I promise you, there's still going to be somebody or several people out there who's going to say, Professor Bill's anti-Semitic. No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not. You can call me whatever you call me. Throw every word you've got at me. Because whether you did or not, guess what? None of it stuck. Imagine that. I've never been bullied in my entire life. Never. I'm not going to be bullied today. I'm not going to be bullied tomorrow, kiddo. So you got a very cool name. Now, if only you actually had a cool brain. You don't. Piss off, jackass. Somebody get rid of this moron. Calloy's Comics, Henry Cavill. Will you be Captain... I think he will be Captain Britain. Not sure if it's going to go through. A lot of talk on Twitter, fan response after he was fired. We don't actually know if he was fired, Calloy's Comics, but I think it was actually Dick Fillmore who mentioned that, he should definitely go off and be Captain Britain. And I would be totally down to see Henry Cavill as Captain Britain. I've mentioned the same thing myself. That would be very, very freaking cool. Let's see. Sean, who's your favorite Namor villain? Atuma would have to be my favorite Namor villain. In fact, I was just thinking of a story with him earlier today, and Triton. Yeah, I know. I'm obsessed with Triton's character. I think he's awesome. Sebastian, Google Kaizama. I'll try to remember to do that. I'll save it. Here, let's see what this is really quick. Maybe I'll just try and do this really quick right now. For crying out loud. The Japanese comic artist and metalhead, after discovering Last Stand of the Records, she fell hard for Transformers and started hunting down every Western comic she could. I don't know what that is. So anyway, I'll leave it there and I'll try and look up Kaizema. She's a Transformers fan. Cool. I like the Transformers. Joe Fisher, that lame Halloween 3 movie, they had them commercials telling you how many days till Halloween. Season of the Witch, man. Look, it was lame because it didn't have Michael Myers in it, but it was still kind of cool. Come on. So, on its own, for what it was, if we weren't expecting Michael Myers to show up, besides that little scene where he's walking down the stairs, that was actually a pretty cool movie. Let's see. What the hell's up with that guy? I don't know what guy you're talking about. He's gone. Nowadays, you're supposed to forget that. Nowadays, you're surprised someone could forget they're a guy. Big Dad. 7 Days at Sea with Cyrus. Not worried about that guy. He's gone. I'm sure he's gone. He didn't pay tuition. No, Comic Book University is, what do you call it? Tuition free, bud. So, we sent another message I already deleted. Screw him. There was Cootie. Saying, did I tell you I met Tom King in Philly 2 weeks ago? You said you were going to meet him, so awesome. Hey, I would love to hear about that. Def Rocker, I thought Cootie was something yucky when I was... Cootie, C-U-D-I is how it's spelled. Silvero Balleri, have you ever sent a portfolio of any work to Marvel, DC, Image, etc.? I would love to read a comic by you. My artwork sucks because I'm really out of practice. I went to vocational school for art, and a lot of people didn't get my art, but that's okay. Whatever, it is what it is. But as for me, I was complimented my explosions and things like that. But anyway, I drew more lifelike things. But most people didn't get the whole comic book thing. Like, why are you trying to do comic books? And it's funny, I actually heard that so much that I actually kind of went and turned around and said, you know what? I'm not going to bother doing comic books. I don't think I can make any money drawing comic books. So either way, I went on to become an electrical engineer instead. So I imagine something better came out of it. I definitely got a better education. by not going the comic book artist route. But I do want to write comic books, so I'll do thumbnails. I'll probably put together a couple things, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, yeah, I do want to write some comic books. One of these days I'll get around to it. But especially like if I'm going to be going to law school pretty soon, I don't know how I'm going to have time to do anything. And I actually already thought about this. I might have to stop doing 10 things about and spotlights on stories for the most part, because those take a lot of effort to do, you know? Did you guys notice I put up Spawn? Not 10 things about Spawn. I did spotlight on story for Heinz story, the issue number 50 through 55 of Spawn. I loved David Heinz' story. I thought it was fantastic. And it went on longer than that, but that was the one where they actually started doing like heaven and hell don't care about you, and Spawn went to war against both of them. He had already become the leader of hell, but like he left the thing, and then Memon came to mess with him. A whole bunch of really cool stuff around the story that I was telling. What do we got here? Titans, saying Titans was 7.5 out of 10. That's about fair. It was cool, not great, but cool. Beast Boy stole an early copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 at the end. Oh, is that what he stole? I saw it was an Xbox game. I couldn't tell what it was. That's funny. I guess they product placement there, huh? Excuse me. Dick Fillmore just booted him. Okay, nice. I come down there. Here comes the Sicilian. I'm Sicilian. Let me go back up here and see what was... okay, Tim Board, what's going on, dude? The leader of Hawkworld, and I said it before, and I know he's a very humble guy, but probably the biggest Hawkman fan out there. So, hey, Professor, I really enjoy your idea about Hawkman Prime on Hawkman from Hawkman issue number 5. I'm going with that until Venditti writes otherwise. That's exactly how I feel. Like, the only person who could prove me wrong right now is Venditti. And I love his stuff. I was just talking to, it was publicly, I was talking to Sean Isaacs, South African artist, who was recently on Champions, go figure. Actually currently on Champions, but he's not going to be on the next run. Very sad to see that, but he's going to be doing some other things. That was a private conversation, but in this one, he drew something, Hercules, and he's like, oh yeah, man, I draw a very hairy-chested Hercules. I was like, okay, but now you got to draw Hawkman, because nobody's got a hairier chest than him. He's like, I actually have drawn it before. So I looked it up, and on DeviantArt, he did draw Hawkman. It was a fairly hairy chest. I'm like, holy crap, man, you did. And I posted it. I was like, dude, it's awesome. And yeah, we had that conversation. The really cool conversation I had was actually with, and I feel the need to actually not read it directly because it was a private conversation, but I did. Seriously, stop asking me about freaking. I don't want to do your stupid update. They're still trying to give me the update for my iPhone 8, and I refuse it. I refuse to lose. I refuse to lose all the good stuff I got, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I sound like George Bush Sr., don't I? I'm not going to do it. But really quick, the conversation I had in private with Gail Simone, that was awesome. Because she, like, bless her soul, man, she went and she said, oh yeah, that's something cute. Gail Simone hates Comicsgate, and she's very, very certain that I am not Comicsgate for good reason. So I'm sad to see that you joined Comicsgate. Go try and bully somebody else, you punk. Little mama's boy. So anyway, Gail wound up getting me an extra 30 followers on Twitter because she went and posted this thing. What was the thing that she posted? I didn't post that I did a review for Domino, the recent issue of Domino that came out this week. She just saw it on her own. She went looking for it, and she found my review. I don't know how long she's been doing that for. I don't know how many of my reviews she's seen, but she publicly posted, one of my favorite comic book video reviewers is Comic Book University. Always intelligent and thoughtful, even when we are in disagreement. Worth following and watching, you guys. That was unsolicited, and it was awesome. And of course, I had to make a Blade reference afterwards. I was like, I feel like Blade when the vampire asked him, do you blush? And yes, Miss Simone, yes, I do. I totally did. I still kind of am a little rosy in the cheeks. But then we had a private conversation afterwards because she did say something about it kind of referenced child soldiers in Africa. And most of you guys know my wife is Somali. And yeah, child soldiers is a horrible thing in Africa, like not all over, but in enough parts of Africa, and that includes Somalia. And in fact, I also knew several soldiers. I talked to her about this in private. You guys know I was in the army. I never actually went to Somalia, but I know several soldiers who were in Somalia, and some of the stories they'd sit there and say about, dude, I was taking fire. I peeked around the corner to see so I could fire back, and I realized there's a freaking kid, 8 years old, 12 years old, something like that. And I could see they were all, doped out on khat. Khat is it's a plant. It's a natural plant, but it gets you high, and it's extremely addictive. And like these kids, like Adid, the guy who was the president of Somalia at the time, he would surround himself with women and child soldiers. Yeah, so like stuff like that is really traumatic. And I know that she did not in any way, shape, or form mean that. But like I said to her, we can't all be 100% socially conscious of every single thing that happens around us. I don't expect Gail Simone to be familiar with child soldiers and, drug addiction in this community and the different drug addictions in that community and, what's okay to say here, but what's not okay to say there. And like, nobody can be up to date on everything. And here's a problem with the far left. People get butthurt for absolutely no reason. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't choose to get butthurt over this. I simply mentioned for the sake of conversation that I don't think that she meant anything by it, but child soldier stuff is not cool. She responded to me in private. I'm not going to go into the details of what was said, but she did say the name of the girl, and I forget the name of the girl, Kun Shun or something like that. There's an apostrophe in there. All the Wakanda names have an apostrophe in it. That guttural sound. But what is it? She said that more will be that she's absolutely in no way, shape, or form a child soldier. It's more like her father was a general and she worked with her father, and that was really it. So, because like even what my wife said, she's like, yeah, the idea that a kid is not going to have a childhood, that's horrible to me. And I was like, yeah, I agree. But it's clear that Gail Simone didn't mean anything by that. And I 100% believe her. I 100% believe, even before she contacted me, like I said in the video, I totally do not believe in any way, shape, or form that she meant it as, an actual child soldier kind of thing. Things go, there's so much that we got to pay attention to when we go public that, yeah. So anyway, this one guy went and got on there. He's like, Gail Simone is a horrible person. You can actually see, unless he deleted his comments on that video, she's a terrible person. And it's so funny. Here's this guy who claims to be this big-time reporter. Maybe he was. It sounds like he was. I saw a whole bunch of stuff that he'd done, before, from what he'd said. But at the same time, all he did was completely repeat the thing that Ethan Van Sciver said about her on that podcast that he'd done against that one goofy guy, like 8 days ago. He said exactly what he had said. So, wow, if you're a great reporter, you're really good at mimicking what other people say. But do you have any of your own thoughts? Can you formulate your own opinions? So, yeah, just is what it is. Anyhow, yeah. Hey, Rory MacArthur. What's going on, Rory? Oh, hold on. Drax is going to die? Well, he probably got a tattoo of a dog on him, and Donny Cates was like, ch-ch. So, anyway, what's going on, Roy? I was just looking, hey, dude, isn't there a comic convention going on, like, right now? I was thinking about trying to swing by there in, like, Hamilton or Brampton. I think it's in Hamilton. Anyway, it's like an hour south of me, and there's just no way I was going to be able to do it, because I'd have to bus it, because we only have the one car, and the wife stole the car today. But anyway, I hope you had fun out there. Man, freaking Jim Shooter was there, dude. Or no, wait. Yeah, was he there today, or is he going to be there for another one? Anyway, Jim Shooter's going to this big thing, and I want to be there. I don't think I'm going to be able to be there, and I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Anyhow, comic fan. What do you think of the new Guardians of the Galaxy lineup? Oh, you mean these guys right here? I think they're right here. Yeah, these guys right here. I think that's freaking awesome. And the happiest thing that I can say in my life right now is that, fictitiously, is that I am not a Guardians of the Galaxy villain, because I would not want to face up against that lineup. That is dangerous right there, man. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down a lot because there's a lot here. Sorry. Let's go. Sorry, guys. I know I'm passing over a lot of people, but there are a lot of Somalians in Toronto, Def Rocker says. Yes, there is. That's actually where I met my wife. Dylan Anthony, really? I never heard about the series. Is it any good? Joe Fisher? Okay. Friday the 13th series, I think it was around like 3 seasons. Okay, cool. Oh, you mean the television series? I watched that. I didn't like it. There was no Jason in it. At least the Nightmare on Elm Street one had, Freddy Krueger every so often. This one didn't. And it was actually not Wes Craven, the guy who played, Ingalls, Laura Wild Ingalls. That was her from Little House on the Prairie. No, John England, I think was his name. But yeah, they actually had him playing, and they actually had 1 or 2 of his stories, at least one of them, like his origin story when he was a regular human and then got burnt up. The Friday the 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Street TV series, dude, that was awesome. Bang, Dick Fillmore, totally agree. I love October, watching scary movies. Oh yeah, dude. What's my favorite Namor costume? Actually, it's the trunks. It's the green trunks. I was talking to Travis Barker, I think his name is. I can't remember what his last name is, but Travis. He's actually this was several months ago, like half a year ago or something. He's the guy who, I don't know if you guys know about what the hell is it called? It's a Dungeons and Dragons group. Wow, I really haven't been paying attention. I can't remember what it's called right now. But son of a gun, I freaking followed them on here, and I just don't. Anyway, WebDM, that's what it's called. WebDM is called. So if you're into Dungeons and Dragons at all, WebDM is a great place to go. They're almost as cool as Nerdarchy. So anyway, WebDM. There's these 2 guys that always talk to each other, and Travis is the guy behind the scenes doing all the video production and the editing and all that stuff. And I was talking to him, and he's a huge fan of all the figures, the Marvel Legends figures, and all the little, the toys. And he did at one point approach me, hey, do you want to do a YouTube channel together where we talk about all the figures? I was like, yeah, I'd be happy to do that. And he just never followed through, so that's on him. But anyway, yes. Oh yeah, Dick Fillmore, right? He's like Robert Englund. Okay, so I think I got that right. I think I fixed it. But anyway, yeah, he had a the Namor, the Walgreens exclusive Namor that had the black suit with the sleeveless and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, dude, I love that suit. He's like, really? I love the green trunks suit better. I was like, wow, it looks like, do you want to trade? And we just never, because like he's still in the States someplace. I think he's in Texas. So that would be a huge shipping charge just to, and I'm actually kind of happy with mine. So I do kind of like the black suit better, but I'm happy enough with this one that I'm willing to stay with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I just missed somebody real quick. Rory, Hamilton Comic-Con. Yeah, I didn't go either. Oh, I thought, because it said on Facebook that you were going. Anyway, come to the Brampton show November 12th if you're able. I think Brampton is closer than Hamilton, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Hey, babe? How far away is Brampton? Thank you. Love you. Bye. So, that's the relationship I have with my wife. Okay, 20 minutes away? Yes, on November 12th. I think that I will... 12 November 18. I still write it like I'm in the military. 12 November. So, I should say November. November, Echo, Charlie, Foxtrot, Delta, Lima, Yankee Hotel. So, Yedo, repost, Professor, been on a Spiral story binge. Ooh, do you have any personal recommendations for stories about her? Came across her in New Avengers number 53. Spiral was a possible candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. Hold on now, I didn't know that. New Avengers number 53, or completely past me. I think that was the one where they were also talking about magic was a potential Ilyana Rasputin, right, was a blah 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 potential for Sorcerer Supreme also. If that was the same issue, because they were looking for a bunch and they wound up settling on, spoilers, Brother Voodoo. I think he'd just become like Dr. Voodoo in that regard. He became Sorcerer Supreme while he was alive. But yes, okay, yeah, if that was the one. That's actually interesting that she was considered. Yeah, I don't remember all the people who were involved. I remember Magic was like the cool. That was the one that made me go, yes, please. It just made so much sense to me. But she is a lot more powerful on in her pocket dimension of Limbo, and she is the Sorcerer Supreme there. I think they were originally called Sorceress Supreme. Can we get rid of the masculine and feminine pronouns? I've said this before. I speak Bangla, the language of the people of Bangladesh, and they have this word she. She means that one, that person. It's good for he, it's good for she, it's good for all of it. Arabic and Spanish and Italian, forget about it. Italian doesn't even make any sense how things are gender specific. You know what I'm saying? Like a bridge is a female. Why? I don't know. You know, like every word has a male or a female reason. At least in Arabic, it's the same thing, but you at least understand why, because there are sun and moon letters, so male and female letters. And I'm just, oh, dude, I just don't get the need for having so, like, who cares what's between somebody's legs? Honestly, everybody's talking about, oh, I want to add, you know, this, I want to add they and this and that and all these other words for my gender identity. I've got an even better idea. Let's just forget gender identity. Because who cares? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a guy. You can point to me, people can look at me and know I'm a guy. And vice versa. So, you know, like, how many, what am I, like the bearded lady? Who's gonna confuse that, you know? So I just, oh, God, I hate gender pronouns. I despise gender pronouns. I think everything should just be she. I like that much better. Let's see. Anyways, yeah, good stuff there. Ooh, Daredevil returning in just a couple days. You're correct. 7 days at sea. Our sarcasm, is that Darkhawk near Star-Lord? Why, yes. Yes, it is. I can't wait. Joe Fisher, this guy had all these old cursed antiques and died. Oh, you're talking about the movie again? Do you remember Chiller Theater? Well, Def Rocker. Chiller. Yes, I do. And it was freaking amazing, man. Godzilla would be shown on Chiller Theater once in a while. And that's how I first heard about it. Okay. Bouncing. Sebastian. What's going on, Sebastian? The MCU Red Skull actor currently wants to be Moon Knight. What do you think? I don't know how he could play Moon Knight, but I know he could play Red Skull. So either way, I'm good. Louis Versatility, you should be a stand-up comedian. Your humor is, is that odd funny or OG funny? It could go either way, but thank you. I actually thought about it a couple times. Pretty good with hecklers too. Appreciate that. True fan forum. Okay, boom. Yes, that's Starkhawk. Brock Lesnar is Bane with Antonio Banderas as Bane's voice. Joe Fisher, I think, ding, 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 you are the winner. That's a good one. Spiral was long shot and X-Men villain. Great around Fall of the Mutants arc. She was. Yeah, the Fall. Oh, you actually did ask me for recommendations. Yeah, Dick Fillmore would know. That is a very fantastic arc with her. Any of the stuff with Spiral's Body Shop and what she was trying to do with Phoenix. Psylocke. I had to look at her character to remember her name. But yes, anything to do with Psylocke, all of that was really great. Who's worse, Megatron or Unicron? Oh, definitely Unicron. Older Chaos God, terribly dangerous. Yeah, way worse than Megatron. Megatron's just evil with a fusion cannon. I remember I've got a Spotlight on Story on hold for when it's when I like need an emergency Spotlight on Story. The first 4 Transformers issues, boom, all put together. And in that, Megatron says, Starscream's not a threat as long as I have my fusion cannon. And it's like, oh. And when he didn't, in issue number 5 and 6, he got his butt handed to him by Shockwave. I'm just saying. Let's see. So, yeah, same issue, Professor Yeto says. It was neat. I read that comic before. I never saw Spiral there. It's It's a really tiny cameo for her. It's like when Luke Cage and what the heck is her name? Jessica Jones were looking for a babysitter, and they had all those scenes. It was like that. It was a blink and you miss it. You know what I'm saying? But I like them all. Comic fan, what do you think of Richard Rider and Nova in Annihilation? Richard Rider, Nova. Yes. You actually said it right. I read it wrong. Yeah, dude, I'm down for Richie Rider coming back and just boom, jumping in there. I'm still wondering about what happened to Sam Alexander and the Champions. We'll find out soon, I imagine. Got to talk to the Zub about that. But, yeah, I am definitely down for Richie Rider. Excuse me. Plus, he's going to have to kind of up his game because most of his powers revolve around speed and just blasting people. He's going to have to up his game because, like, look at the other heavy hitters who he's hanging out with right now. Holy crap. And I am positive that freaking Adam Warlock is going to have that mind gem, the soul gem on him. But I do remember a version of something like the Guardians where they were, what do you call it? It was Beta Ray Bill just got his butt royally handed to him by Thanos. And I'm like, oh, this is just not good. And I didn't like the way that he was written, but I get it. Like, Thanos is a cosmic level. Beta Ray Bill barely makes cosmic. He's like bottom rung cosmic level where he could still fight Earthlings and it would still be a pretty even match. You know what I'm saying? Silver Surfer maybe just a little bit more powerful than that, but Thor and Beta Ray Bill right on the bottom tier. Silver Surfer a little bit above, the Elders of the Universe above that, and Odin right around there, maybe a little bit more with the Destroyer armor, a whole lot more. But yeah, and then you get all the way up to like the Celestials and then Galactus and stuff like that. So what do you call it? I know that Thanos is up there and more powerful than your average Guardian of the Universe, or Elder, excuse me. We're not talking about DC right here. The Elders of the Universe. I know that he's like, how come nobody's talking about DC? What's going on? Everything's Marvel. I get it. Let's see here. Are you not going to read Warren Ellis' Cemetery Beach? Well, now that I know about it, Cemetery Beach. Did that already come out, issue 1? Because if it did, if it's on Comixology, I'll grab it. I'm not going back to the comic book store until Tuesday. I might go tomorrow. I'm really tired, dude. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. How good is Moondragon as a martial artist? Very good. Afraid I don't know much about the character. Okay, well then, maybe I should be making Moondragon 10 Things About. Yeah, she's a very, very proficient martial artist. She's not going to take down Gamora, but she can last a couple of backhands with her. Oh, that's Underwood. What's going on, Underwood? I cast Jeffrey Donovan as Moon Knight. Okay, Underwood, what's going on, dude? So the actor wants to go from playing a Nazi Red Skull to the Jewish Moon Knight. That's cool that you know that he's Jewish. I do have it explained in a minute about Moon Knight, but I did mention he was Jewish in there also. I hope nobody talks about how they look alike. Oh, dude, no, don't even go there. Paula says, Bill, you could be the angry, grumpy old man of pop culture like I love Lewis Black, man. I would definitely do that. I love Lewis Black. Let's see, Sebastian Orduz. Oh, do you remember Catwoman by Jim Balent? Jim Balent isn't ringing a bell. Let me, Jim Balent. Is that the guy who has, when he was writing for Catwoman, was that the Catwoman where she had the little mouse ears? Not cat ears. They look more like mouse ears. It was the all-purple costume, and in issue 1, I think most of those original issues, there was, the issues were like, they were puffy. You can actually like run your fingers across them and feel the characters. Because if so, I have like the first 5 issues of that run right here in my bins. So I just don't remember who the writer is for that one, but it was really cool. Moondragon is Drax's daughter to start. Yep. Not as powerful as Alice Cooper. Dude, welcome to my nightmare, baby. Marco Baker, I'm looking forward to Detective Comics issue 1000 in August, I think. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it also. I got like 15 different covers for Action. 15 different covers for Action 1K? Wow, dude. Dominic Fortune is Jewish also. I'm going to go with you on that one and say sure. I don't remember that. I actually have it to make Dominic Fortune 10 Things About, and I just never got around to doing it. There was never any need. Like, nobody's talking about him in the comics. Comic fan, what do you think of a moment when Batman was beaten by Justice League in Endgame? In Endgame. Oh, you mean that was... I'm trying to remember. Was that the run where he planned everybody's defeat? He planned everybody's demise? I'm not remembering what happened in that one. Def Rocker, did you see the new Jon Stewart statue from Sideshow? Crazy dope. I did. They got a whole bunch of stuff. I still have these. I didn't throw these out yet. But what do you call it? I don't remember if it was shown in this or not, but in the previews, it definitely was. Those... Oh! Where's this sucker? These big, thick previews magazines, man. These gigantic things. Wow. But yeah. That's one I got to throw out also. I forgot it was back here until just now. Yeah, Cemetery Beach #1 came out in September. #2 this week. Okay, so I'll try to remember to look up Cemetery Beach. It's right down there at the bottom of the page. I'm doing pretty good, man. And Moon Knight is honestly one of my favorites. Small comic collector is dominated by him. Just like Dave from Nerdarchy, right? He loved Moon Knight. I really wish Moon Knight went back to wearing his carbonadium armor. That did look badass. It was fun. It was fun. You'd wonder why he wouldn't do that, right? Marco Baker. I remember when he was using the adamantium scarab darts, and he'd go back and be like, okay, I need to grab this because these things are expensive. I really liked those. That was fun. How many issues is it of the House of M run, and what books were they? House of M was an event. I think it was only 4 issues of House of M, if I remember correctly. I might not. Maybe it was 6, but I think it was only 4. But they did have a whole lot of crossovers. Oh, yeah, I know Raven knows Underwood. Master of Kung Fu Shang-Chi, Timothy Robbins says, Marvel's best hand-to-hand fighter, or is it Iron Fist? No, it's absolutely Master of Kung Fu Shang-Chi. He's technically even better than Captain America. When Batman made the Justice Buster armor. Okay, yes, when he made the Justice Buster armor. Okay, he needed a beat down in that one. Like, what do you call that? That actually bothered me, man. I hated that he did that. They're just trying to make him like Tony Stark. Dude, you do not make Batman emulate anybody else. Everybody else emulates Batman, okay? I get the idea that he emulates Zorro and he emulates the Shadow, but when push comes to shove, he doesn't ever emulate somebody else. Otherwise, you just screwed up. You screwed up writing Batman in a really bad way. So I was not cool with seeing him in the Justice Buster. Yeah, that killed me. Now I'm remembering why why I forgot all that stuff. Marco Baker, I'd like to see a Night Thrasher movie or a Netflix show, maybe New Warriors movie or something. Silhouette, one of the second generation members of Night Thrasher, was just in Sleepwalker #1, which just came out. Was it this week or last week? I think it was this week. So that was pretty interesting. Sebastian says Alan Moore will retire from comic books. Gonna miss him. Me too. Watchmen, for better or worse, changed my life. Also, what do you think of him as a human being? I mentioned what I think of him as a human being in what? Guys, does anybody remember where I mentioned him? I think it was in the Justice League Dark commentary for issues 1 through 3, because I read all 3 issues of Justice League Dark, but I can't remember where it was, but I saw that they were making Swamp Thing look like Alan Moore, and I remember specifically saying, I hope that's not meant to be an insult, because I know that there's a lot of comic book YouTubers out there who are a lot more famous than me, so it is what it is, but they openly make fun of and make jokes about Alan Moore, and like it completely turned me off of everything that they did. It's like, dude, I get that he may seem very crazy with some of the things he says, but then again, we also worship freaking Kanye West as some miraculous... I'm sorry, did anybody see the Kanye West thing that he did in the White House right across from Donald Trump, another guy who just blah, 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 me, narcissist. I mean, what the hell is going on with America nowadays, man? I'm kind of glad I left in some regards. Like, unbelievable. These, when, I forget who it was that said it. Somebody asked Donald Trump, do you think you have what it takes to be a president? This was before he became the president. And he says, well, I have a lot of followers on Twitter. And the guy just, the only thing he could think of to respond was, Snoop Dogg has more followers than you. Should he be president? And I'm like, that's the best freaking response ever, man. Like, what do we do? What are we worshiping anymore? And it's not just in the States. Don't get me wrong, dude. I've been all over the place. The things that we worship, it's crazy. What the hell is happening to the world? So, yeah. But, oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. Let's see. Chef Marco, what's up, man? Lady Shiva had some upset defeats, including a defeat by Jason Todd. Yeah, it's my opinion the only person who should be able to beat Lady Shiva is, what's his name? I did it explained in a minute about him. I have his first issue. What the frick is his name? Richard Dragon, thank you. Richard Dragon is the only person who should ever be able to defeat her. Like, not even Bronze Tiger. No, especially not nowadays. Nowadays, Bronze Tiger is not that great of a fighter anymore. Sorry, he's gone. He's done. But, yeah, I don't think that anybody but her, and nowadays maybe Orphan too, because, like mother, like daughter, right? But I don't think that she should be defeated. That should not be. It doesn't boost Jason Todd's street cred to beat her. It would boost his street cred if he lasted against her. Like if she said afterwards, I can't believe you lasted as long as you did. And how the hell did you slip in that punch? But either way, you're going to die now. And then all of a sudden something happens that she's got to run away and Jason Todd gets to live. And it's like, wow, that right there would boost up my belief in Jason Todd being awesome, as opposed to, you beat Lady Shiva? Because then all of a sudden that brings her down. Yeah, and just, no, unacceptable. So Shang-Chi can beat anyone, in my opinion. I love Bruce Lee, so I'm biased. Dick Fillmore, no worries, man. I got you. I got you back. Our Sarcasm just read the New 52 Batman and Robin Volume 3. The Joker is insanely scarring. Yeah, he's scary, dude. He could be written to be really freaking scary. Let's see. Marco Baker, should I follow Heroes in Crisis? I'm on the fence. Check out my review, and if you like the review, consider it. I'm going to follow it either way. So, like, it's an event. It's Tom King. I'm trusting that Tom King's going to make a good, as long as nobody promises to marry anybody, you know what I'm saying, then we good. Excuse me. Should I just read that? Yeto, I'd only follow it for Booster Gold. I loves me some Booster, man. Dan Jurgens. Sebastian Ordaz, 7 days. Oh, thank you. Sean would vote for Snoop Dogg. Hey, I bet you a whole lot of people would come out of jail, because I don't believe that people should go to jail for smoking weed. I don't smoke weed, but I still don't think it should be considered a class 1 drug. Like, that's so absurd, man. So, but now, Joseph, history repeats. I don't know what that means. Kanye is whack. Creek Evolve. What happened to Black Panther's Hulkbuster armor? Hopefully that just disappeared, because, like, that was cute that they did it, but I don't ever want to see it again. Especially since he lost to frickin' Amadeus Cho. Like, come on, man. What did that do for Amadeus, really? Did anybody sit there and say, oh, dude, yeah, you know what? I'm on Amadeus now because, like, I didn't like him before, but he beat Black Panther. Yeah. No, all they did was say, dude, you just, like, wrecked Black Panther's street cred. Because nobody's going to like Amadeus Cho for that. No, but not a single person is going to turn around, to the best of my knowledge, is going to turn around and be like, now, you know, you got to give it to Amadeus because he did beat the Black Panther in a freaking Hulkbuster armor. I mean, come on. No. They're just going to be pissed off that they made Black Panther lose. Like, that was... Greg Pak, man. I can't keep on making excuses, dude. And he didn't ask me to, but come on now. So, the chemistry between Orphan and Clayface, dude, don't make me cry. Shang-Chi versus Batman, who wins? Timothy Robinson, your first answer was the correct answer. Shang-Chi wins. Excited for Conan the Barbarian in January. I can't wait. Oh, definitely, definitely. And it's going to be Conan not the Destroyer, Conan the Savage Conan, Savage Sword of Conan, or something like that. I'm looking forward to both of them. Suan, what's up, Suan? Better late than never, I guess. Dick had to boot somebody a little earlier, man. What's up? You're slipping, lady. Comic fan, what's your reaction when the Joker cut his own face off? It was interesting. That was like right in the beginning of the run. That was wow. Jim Kelly can beat up Shang-Chi. Guys, look up Jim Kelly. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah, he probably could. He couldn't beat that guy at the end of what the hell is the name of that movie? Not Fist of Fury. See how tired I am right now? Okay, that's how you know you're really tired when you can't remember the Bruce Lee movies. I almost said Fist of Legend, for crying out loud. That's okay, now I'm really effing tired. Now I'm really tired. Jet Li. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up, guys. I think people are sleeping on Michael Cray, Wildstorm. I am. It's one of your favorites? Yeah, I'm definitely sleeping on that. I know I should have followed and I didn't. Gunslinger followed. What's up, dude? Love your name. Still saying Hulk Run is the best out right now. Oh, Immortal Hulk is awesome right now. Dick Fillmore likes Jim Kelly beating him up. Have Pai Mei fight Iron Fist. Dude, pull out the old The Bride, Kill Bill. Whoa. Can't say that on this podcast because, you know. I'm excited for Shazam. Proud of you, Dick. Awesome. Oh, wait. Dick Fillmore is actually going to be grabbing Shazam? What? No. No, must be somebody else. Must be talking to somebody else. Marvel Zombies on Wednesday. I guess the guy who writes Ice Cream Man is writing it. Yeah, I'm going to grab it. The Marvel Zombies. I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel Zombies storyline, but I think that the zombie is going to be in it. That's why I did 10 Things About the Zombie, explained in a minute. It's actually 2, but yeah. Enter the Dragon. Thank you, Marco Baker. Yeah, that's how you know I'm tired. Winding up. Enter the Dragon. Gunslinger followed. What do you see happening in the second issue of Return of Wolverine? Maybe explaining those hot claws? Because that deserves an explanation. Why is everybody sleeping on Shang-Chi? The last person who wrote a Shang-Chi book was CM Punk. He wrote a one-shot. And then he recently appeared under Gail Simone's Domino. And it was a really good appearance, too. That was like the perfect appearance of him. But aside from that, Shaw Brothers films. Yes, I was just watching 36 Chambers of Kung Fu the other night. And my wife's like, okay, I know I watched this with you once before, but this was a really good movie. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. And I turned on 5 Deadly Venoms, and it was like, nope, that's too much. That's too much. Babe! You didn't even get to the Scorpion yet. Like, oh, man. She still got some learning to do, all right? Got to take her to the learning tree. We'll see what's up. Creek Evolve. So it's really official. Being a great writer at Marvel gives you license to kill. R.I.P. Icarus, Thanos, Lockjaw, and Stingray. Yes. Yes, it is. It is official. Cast Donnie Yen as Shang-Chi ASAP. Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes, please. The Venom annual next after Venom 7? I don't know, yetto. Excited for Shazam movie. Bill, it looks fun. It looks like it's going to be fun. I'll see. I'll judge it when the second trailer comes out, I guess. I'm mostly going by Shazam, by DC's track record. You know what I'm saying? I have to go by the track record. So anything I see that I like, I still have to say, okay, but that might turn around and suck. Like, who knows? So... Professor, you missed it. I said Shang-Chi was Marvel's Bruce Lee. I didn't miss that. Well, I mean, I know, but yeah, we all know. It definitely is, dude. I'm sorry. I think the Venom annual is this Wednesday. All right, cool. I actually have to go and look at what comics are coming out this Wednesday. I already have the folders made. I have to actually write the who's in the folders. Boom, boom, boom. About to finish all this good stuff here. I'm excited for the Aquaman movie. Loves me some Mera. I love Mera also. I'm hoping it's going to be good. The 18 Bronze Men, Wu-Tang versus Shaolin. Dude, let's do this, man. I'll put the kid with the golden arm versus all of them. And all the drunken fighters who were in all the movies, including Jackie Chan. Gunslinger followed. I'm reading God Country by Cates, and it's great. He told me to read, like, I had a direct order from Mr. Cates after I got finished with his interview, like, 5 weeks ago. And he told me, like, after I hung up with you, after I went offline and I was talking to him, he's like, yeah, you got to go and read God Country. Go read that, man. I was like, all right, fine. But then I didn't watch it, but I saw the thumbnail that Sal from Comic Pop. Sal from Comic Pop went and actually reviewed it, like just a couple days before, something like that. I'm like, no, you bastards! It's like, fine, I'll read it, but I'll do it later, and I just never got around to it, and I just got to go and do it now. So yeah, I'll probably do that pretty soon. One of my favorite kung fu movies is Five Deadly Venoms. Awesome. Wasn't as good. 2 wasn't as good, but then Super Ninjas. Super Ninjas, yeah, there was a bunch of good ones, but some of those earlier ones were the best. Then they just started kind of rehashing the old ideas. But I love that the Shaw brothers kept on using the same guys for the most part. That made it great. Like, you actually started following these guys. Venom Annual. Yeah, I don't know if Cates is writing the annual. I would hope so. I live in a world of hope. I believe the coolness is coming with DC movies. Then it will be all awesome all the time. A Marvel and DC popcorn fest. I'm really hoping, Sue-Ann. Does anyone remember the name of the kung fu movie with the RZA in it? P.A. Stewart. Does anybody? A fist. Nice. Okay, Def Rocker, you win a no prize yourself. I was actually going to say I thought it was Brass Monkey. What? Brass Monkey? Hold on, that's an Eazy-E song. Brass Monkey, that funky monkey. Wait, no, isn't that Beastie Boys? Crap. I don't. Yeah, because Eazy said I don't drink Brass Monkey, you like the beat funky. Okay, never mind. Are we going all out, man? I hope Anne Weying is revisited in Venom Annual. It'd be nice. She's dead, but it'd be nice. Anyway, okay, and I've reached the bottom. Okay, guys, that's it. An hour and 21 minutes and 4 seconds. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Oh crap! I didn't do the Eye of Agamotto stuff. I didn't do the, let's just see if there's anything really quick. I closed everything, of course. Okay, Chef Marco, I wonder if 2019 is the anniversary of my other mainstream Marvel characters. I think it's the Man with the Iron Fists. Later, Bill. Later. Okay, everybody's leaving anyway. I'm going to just see if there's anything particularly cool in here. Any of the upcoming stuff, because actually he might have answered some of the questions that we just had. Yeah, Matt, this is actually really cool, man. Magic in an upcoming book, a What If Magic were the Sorceress Supreme. That's one of the comic book covers. No, that's not a real action figure. It's just a paper cutout. But oh my god, that's freaking awesome. Oh, Sean, you're leaving? I'm just now doing your stuff, man. The Black Order comics are coming out. Whose head is she holding? Is that Ultron's head? Oh, it looks like she's holding Ghost Rider's head. Black Swan. Looks like she's holding Black Swan's head. That's not cool. Bullseye is going to be Marvel Knights variant. Is that really going to be Punisher versus Bullseye? Because if it stays at a distance, Bullseye wins. If it gets too close, I do not think that he's going to win. Yeah, Yeto, there's going to be a Black Order comics. I think 5-issue limited series, dude. You're excited now, aren't you? So, okay. Oh, that was it. He literally just gave me 3 things. Okay, well, I have done my duty. And we have officially done the the whole thing. Okay, we better get Super Giant back. Exactly. God of War from Dark Horse is coming out soon, next week. After that, I believe. Okay. Okay, awesome. Remind me when that happens. Love the live show. Thanks for doing them. I had gotten out of comics until I came across your channel a few months back. Stuff like that is what keeps me going. That's real talk. That is real talk right there. Yeah, I like being able to give back because it's always just me talking to you guys, but when I answer everybody's questions live, I feel like I can actually give something back. I can actually be like, hey guys, what's up? Do you have questions? Let's just talk about whatever, So that's the reason why I do the podcast, even though I'm freaking exhausted by the time I get to them. But this seems to be the best time to get to as many people as possible. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's just about it. So Yeah, I hope you guys like the new stuff I'm doing on Twitter also. All that good stuff. Oh, actually, something on Facebook also. On Twitter, I've been doing a bunch of, like, I'll grab the comic book cover that I'm talking about, and I'll take one of my figures, like with a flash. I put the flash right next to the comic book. It's like, hey, I just put up my review. Check it out. And then on Instagram, I'll try and do that also. And then, bang, bang, bang. Oh, on Facebook, guys, every Friday or Saturday, I'm trying to put up, because you guys know that all of my my indie comics, I do the reviews for my indie comics on Sundays. No, on Mondays. On Mondays. This week there were very few Marvel and DC comics, so I actually finished all my Marvel and DC comics that I was supposed to read yesterday. I put up all the reviews and everything. So this week, Sunday and Monday, will be my indie comics. And I've got, I think, 7 or more indie comics that I'm reviewing. One of them, The Black Knight, which will be the last one that I put up on Monday at about 3 p.m., I think is when it goes up, is actually already up on the Facebook group. So if you guys want to go, if anybody's still on Old Man Facebook group, if you want to go to Comic Book University group on Facebook, boom, that review is already up. It's posted on top. So every Friday or Saturday, I'll try and do a poll. Which one of the indie comics do you guys on Facebook group, the Comic Book University Facebook group, want to have exclusive access to? Boom. So on the Facebook group, it's already up. And then on Monday afternoon, that's when I'll make it live for everybody else on YouTube. So bang. That's my deal. So I just try and do a couple little extra things for everybody. Everybody's going to get all the same content regardless, but like the Facebook group gets that a little bit earlier. I'm trying to find something I could do for Instagram also, trying to find something exclusive I could do for Twitter, just to try and get, more social media presence out there and stuff like that. And if you guys have any ideas for me, I'm all open. Real talk. If you love Twitter more than any of the other social media platforms, what would you like me to do on Twitter that I don't do on anything else, or don't do it as fast? So, ideas. And yes, what better way to go out than be excellent to each other? So, excellent. All right, guys, I'm out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.